Welcome to the first ever Fantasy Creature Contest, an opportunity for each of you to submit the concept for a fantasy or science fiction creature, which will then be developed by all of us together and see which one is the public's favorite. But this is not just a competition. I don't want you to challenge each other, rather I want to create an atmosphere of creative collaboration so that we all can interact together. It will be the resulting creatures that will compete for the public's love in what I hope will be a great tournament. This may sound complicated, but it is not. Take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video and let me explain. The contest will take place over a span of unlimited videos, which we can divide into 4 creative videos, X videos dedicated to each creatures, and a final video for the grand tournament, in addition to this introductory video. This is because I want everyone, including myself, to have time to come up with their own ideas for all the creatures, and for us to focus on different aspects in each video. The idea is to take control away from the person who proposed the initial creature concept and share the proposal so that everyone can have their say. Then, of course, I will give direction to the development of the creatures video by video, otherwise it will probably be chaos. I also will reserve the right to make a selection from the most intriguing ones to proceed if there are too many. I don't think there will be problems like this, but you never know, I'll put my hands out and tell you right now. Of the 4 creative videos, the first one is the most important and will be used to come up with the concepts that we will then play with in the following ones. I will give you some food for thoughts about realism, universal constraints, balancing evolution and creationism, and how to subvert stereotypes to come up with a concept or concepts to write about in the comments. The second video will be about biological pressures, how these creatures manage to feed, reproduce and survive. In the third video we will move on to cultural influences by defining social constructs, interactions with the outside world and history. In the last video we will instead deal with magic education, science and religion. I will be following a video series on how to create fantasy and alien races that I posted on my Italian channel 3 years ago. I plan to translate it and post it on this channel too in the future, so if you want me to do it, let me know in the comments. The examples I will do in the first creative video are taken from that series. We will follow this series of mine, but with fewer episodes, 4 instead of 8, because I don't want this contest to take too much time, but I do want some time to pass from start to finish to generate more iteration on each creature, at least 4 creative layers that go into enriching it, and more importantly to give us time to interact with each other, give each other hints, participate in the creative process of all creatures, not just the one we propose. At this point it is time to draw some conclusions. I do not know how they will be called, nor how many videos there will be for this phase, because I will make videos dedicated to each creature, just as I did for the final videos of the example creatures I used in the series on how to create fantasy and alien races. Check out my Italian channel if you want to go deep in this stuff, I think the subtitles are pretty good. This video will be fundamental to bring order into the creative chaos and have all the information about each creature in a single place. I will also create a special section on my website, francescogozzoauthor.com, dedicated to the first edition in this contest, where I will catalog all the information about these creatures, so they will be easily accessible even in a written form and can be used by anyone for any purpose. These creatures, in fact, I want them to be available to everyone, to take, use, modify at will, to integrate them in any story, settings or role-playing game that is. We will become a creative hive mind in the service of humanity. Now, for the tournament itself, I will create an image for each creature as close to the description as possible. No offense to the artists, but I will have to use an AI, given the zero budget nature I am forced to do stuff right now. And I will draw the creatures to compete in a knockout Dragon Ball style tournament, which will be held on all my social platforms, via Instagram stories, the YouTube community section and TikTok. At the end of each round, I will combine the votes on each platform and we will see who passes. Does that mean that everyone can vote 3 times? Yes! But I have such a small audience on each platform that otherwise a handful of 3 people would decide everything. And I want to reward the most motivated fans who vote on all 3 platforms. Also, it would be a great way to create interaction and help me grow the community, so spare no expenses and vote everywhere. At the end of the tournament, the public's favorite creature will be declared the winner! And the person who proposed the original concept from which it was born will have the honor, nay, the privilege of receiving an ebook copy of Odyssey to Trappist 1. That's the Italian version, this is the English version you will receive, not in paperback, in ebook, because you will probably be in the United States or somewhere else in the world. I live in Italy and the shipping would cost me a ton, but the ebook is good as well. Nice rewards, some of you might say with a hint of sarcasm that would stick in my little heart like a spearhead. But also you have to understand that the final shape of the creature will be a community effort, not a single person's. And especially since we all have to work together, it is crucial not to trigger mechanism of favoritism toward the creature we proposed. So I decided to offer something nice and personal that won't make you people slaughter each other. And that should be all. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. And in the description you will find a playlist of the series on how to create fantasy and alien races, in case you want to go follow my Italian channel. And there you will also find links to Odyssey to Trappist 1 on Amazon if you want to read some science fiction from me. And you also find a link to Patreon where you can support the channel and my writing in general. Here is the first creative video of the contest. Watch it now to create your own fantasy or science fiction creature and have fun!